Hey, welcome to the Elders Corner. My name is Nessa the Holistic. I am so excited to see y'all. Y'all see I got on my pink today. Y'all know what this month represents. This month has so many special elements that I want to talk about today on the Elders Corner. Let me tell y'all, I've had a great week so far. My Monday started off so amazing. We had rehearsal, and we had a convocational meeting. And so, you guys know that I told y'all about, me giving up my church, me stopping, moving forward with By Faith Ministry. Y'all remember when we first started, we had the seal of By Faith Ministries because we was holding the legacy of Eric Dixon, which is my brother, which not only was my leader, but was somebody that I love dearly personally. And so to keep his legacy alive, I continued with the church as a senior pastor. And so I went through such a rough time that, and I told y'all all about that, so we're not going into that. That, the Lord was speaking to me personally when I got to Greater Restoration, and it was something I haven't experienced in a minute in my hard time, right? And so in this, I decided that, hey, there has to be a different way to reach the masses. They want coming in the church. People are already there. I got so many friends. Listen, y'all, I live in a place where, people are people. They love God, some of them, they are the roughs of the roughs, and they do understand God. They did grow up in church, in church, their grandmamas and mamas, but a lot of them say, ain't nobody telling me what to do. I'm not giving my money to somebody that gonna tell me anything and be doing everything and click up. There's a lot of things in church that people come to church and see and decide, that ain't for me, right? The church is a community of believers. And sometimes it can be a hospital for souls. It is a place of restoration. It is a place of wanting and gather and oneness. And particularly, church is supposed to be a place like anybody's supposed to come in and be loved on and loved on till they're able to love themselves and meet God for themselves. And then God do the change. God do the work. Because I don't think none of us have the ability to go in somebody's life and say, okay, you ain't going to do that no more, and touch them and they ain't going to do it no more. Or speak it into their life, they're not going to do that no more, and they don't do it no more. Or you're healed and the hands fit. Like, I don't think that part of Christianity is historical, right? We're going to be 100 on here. We deal with reality, spirituality, and holistic values. And we're going to be 100 always on here. And a lot of people say, listen, I ain't got the strength for it. And I do understand that. That ain't going to never stop me from going. I have to go. Like, I have to be in the house of the Lord. I have to be in the house of the Lord. No matter what. No matter if you see me, if you was on my Snapchat this weekend, I went and found my sister, and then I ended up at a trapping paint, sipping paint. Everybody else, I enjoyed myself. Did I need to drink? Did I need to do whatever? I don't have to do those things to enjoy life. See, people forget that Jesus wants you to enjoy life and have it more abundantly. You ain't gonna be you're not supposed to be constructed and oppressed. When you go in God's house and come out, you're not supposed to feel like how you went in. So a lot of people don't do that. And so a lot of people get their tenacities or their spirituality on TikTok or YouTube and this and that. And I said, we're a place that we can stir in a pot and we can do that. But we're going to be real with people so people can get true understanding. And I pray that one day somebody say, you know what? Something you said made me really go back into the house a different way. Because it's a different way you got to go to connect. If you've been this church hurt, I hate that. So don't even tell me nothing about the church. If you've been church hurt, you deserve it. Because it wasn't the church that hurt you. It was the person. And they had the image of church. And you didn't have the discernment dealing with them. And the people around them don't have the discernment to say, hey, that's not what it is. And so maybe that wasn't your clique, and that was your community. But you can't blame all the communities based on what one individual, one set of people, or one community did. So I don't like that. God ain't do it. And God can restore you and heal you. But that's not where we're going today. So this Monday is very special. And so on yesterday, I had the ability to stop the presses. And I really feel so good about that. I'm already licensed and ordained as an elder. I already told y'all that. I'm already got documents as a senior pastor. I had my own church. You can go look it up. I ain't like what I'm telling you is not something it's not public record. And so to say, hey, listen, let me work a year and then we can go, and they want to do another ordination and they want to do another. I don't want to do that. Like I did that. I honestly, it's on Facebook. It's on Facebook at the Elders Corner. You go look it up. Go back a couple of years and you'll see it. You understand? I just need to work. I need to allow God to do what He's doing. You know. They said, well, what they want to call you? I said, I'm Sister Leggett. But really, I'm always going to be a pastor. So I don't have to. There's no title that it don't mean nothing to me. It really don't. I did that. I did it. And so, you call me Pastor Leggett, you call me Nessa, you call me Leggett, you call me Washington. Listen, holistic, Nessa. Listen, I'm good with that. Just treat me with love and respect, and I'm going to treat you with love and respect. Don't play with me, I ain't going to play with you. Don't try me, you won't get tried. That's it. And we're going to come in the house, we're going to worship. We're going to do what God tells us to do. We're going to be on one accord always. So I'm really happy about that. Anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all that. That's what I'm telling you. That was the start of my week. So what I'm trying to tell you is that I was in a place and now my stuff is changing. My season, I'm in the fall season and things is falling off and the green is turning to different colors. I was in the mountains this weekend, guys. And to ride through the mountains and see the different color of the trees, from purple to yellow to from the dark browns, and it's just so beautiful that we're coming out of greenish and heat, and we're going into fall, and now it's a time you should have been. It's harvest time. It's time now to start putting in the storehouse, because guess what? The winter on the way. Winter on the way. Put in the storehouse. So that when the storms do come, my God, that you have something that you can fall on. And that's what this season is. This is not a season to be on front line doing nothing. Because you got a name and it's all about that. No, I don't need that. That's not what I need from God. I did. Y'all listen, God justified me in a traditional church. Not, I'm talking about all the way traditional. I don't need that part. But, so, on a brighter note, look, I got the purple on today because y'all know this is Cancer Awareness Month, of the whole month of October. The month of October got a lot of stuff. Libras, y'all are amazing. My husband's a Libra, so that's why I love the Libras. Y'all are amazing. This y'all time. And then guess what? We get to be aware of the cancers and breast cancer, different cancers that's plaguing the Black communities and the communities that hold these conditions at a higher rate. Cancer awareness. And my mama, I love you, mommy. She beat breast cancer. Then my father, in the process of beating stage 4 lung cancer. And I thank God for the journey that they're beating it. My mama beat it. My daddy's beating it. Thank you, God. And so I'm wearing my pink. This is what this pink means. My nails been pink all month. Y'all know that. And is to represent my family and the victory. And for those whose family did win, because if you fought, you won, but you transition and you're in a better place. My love and my heart goes out to you And this is your time to shine and do your memories for those you lost in this time from cancer. And we are very aware, and we extend our love and our condolences and our hearts towards you. And then on top of that, now y'all know our colors here at Elders Corner is between all of the blues with a pinch of purple. And the purple represents domestic violence awareness. And so at Sabbath service, every Saturday this month, Healings of the Nation, I'll post on Facebook, I'll post the address, and Prophet Judy Hill. Every day, every Saturday of the month, she has had a special guest who's preached and testified of going through domestic violence and coming out, strong. These women are women of God. Now they preach. We had the first Saturday, I missed last Saturday because I went out of town. The Saturday before that, Sister Lucci got up there and talked about the years and years that and then she protected her abuser. And she talked about how the Lord got her out of that. And I'm just telling you the testimonies and the word that comes behind it, put us to a place of gratitude, and learning. And you go to these awareness services, or you go to these celebration services to learn too the red flags, because you might be in some type of relationship that can lead to the point to where those people found themselves. Now I'm going to be funny. This is no offense to nobody, okay? But I ain't built like that. I was in a relationship with someone. They abused me and I abused them. It is domestic violence because when you hit me, I hit you back. When you stabbed me, I would stab you back. And so the person that me and the individual, that's why, some of my pieces are the way they are, because you're not my piece out. And and in that, I thank God that I'm not dead, that I'm not in jail or prison because of my actions while I was in that situation. Some might have said I was the abuser. I thank God I apologized. I was in my own way at a time. I was young. I was immature. Us from Florida know how it is. And this is what makes me, I'm just throwing it out there, y'all. We just talking, so please, if you feel away, process it. This is what makes it bad for me when I hear like celebrity people take the domestic part and play with it. There are some people in real life that really like Susan Lucha, her situation. Like, I love her, and I'm not saying nothing towards her situation. I'm giving condolences and awareness, but I'm talking about my situation, right? And then when I see like how they did Puffy, Diddy, right? They were no Diddy and all this. Y'all, a lot of them victims put themselves in that situation. That's the part we forget. We forget. See, I'm way older than y'all. I was in the 90s. I remember people used to, when they thought they was this person, or they thought they was a rapper or entertainer or this and that, oh, we got to get the Puffy out because that's where everybody was. Swimming pool, freakouts, whatever it was, people was getting there. So I'm just saying, a lot of them victims. Cassie continued to allow herself to go through that. Years. Left, got married, had children, therapy, did whatever she did to step the limelight, got away from that, this and that. And years later, you can come back and do that to somebody? That's my problem. I'm just saying. But this is domestic violence awareness. And we must pay attention to people, and we got to see the cries. And if you friends with somebody that's really going through that, like, this is my advice. Get your friend out of that. For you be crying and hurting and doing a memory for them. Try to get your friend out of that. Like, for real. I'm at a place I won't get in no marital or relationship things. I got a stickler out, just mind your business. But I can't see like I can't see men just beating your woman down. I just can't. Women are small, weaker. They are not weaker. I'm not saying that. I know some strong black women knock me and you out. No, I'm talking about women are more feminine and soft and they are, they're not as strong as men. Men are built to be stronger. Women are built to be nurturing and soft and loving and beautiful and tender, and that's a real woman is that, like, and that's what men look for women to. For us, also women that are so super strong, you got to cut that out sometime if you want a real man. Now, if you want a little boy that, sometimes we have to turn it off. You got to turn, that thing off. I've been working on that for years. I thank God that I'm in a relationship with the Libra, that when I'm strong, he knows how to balance it. You know how to bring that out. He takes it over there. When he takes it over, I get where I have to calm him down, and it's it's such a balance where we keep each other on point. I thank God for that, and I thank God that we never. Now, in our relationship, you're gonna say stuff to each other. You're gonna listen. We do that, but 5 minutes later, we're together. Like, cut each other out and laugh, and then I'm right here, he right there, and we're gonna talk about something else. And then we'll come. If we really did something that really affected us, we always come back to it. Come back to it. But protect your people. Don't let your people go through that by themselves. And you know the signs. They got that makeup on, they don't wear makeup. They wearing glasses and it's nighttime. They're scared to go outside. When the person come in the room, they hang up the phone fast. Look at the red flags. Y'all, I invite y'all to the Healings of the Nations as my guest this Saturday at 12 o'clock. I'm going to post the address. Let's go over there and support those who've been in domestic violence. And let's hear the different red flags. Let's learn in the situation. And then when we tap into God, let's pray for those individuals that have been through that and that is going through that. And we got to learn how to pray for people that's going through that. Even if we got to stop being selfish praying. A lot of us ain't got nothing and won't get nothing because we're so selfish in our prayers. The Bible do say you ask not, you have not because you ask not. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about letting that asking for somebody else. But when you're in your prayer closet today, pray for somebody who is going through cancer. Say, Lord, anybody that's in the hospital that's got to take those medicines, those life-saving medicines and stuff that you allow men to create, let it be healing. Lord, you go in the hospital, you be the doctor if you have to do the surgery for somebody. I don't know their names, God, but you do. My God, you got to talk to God like that. Anybody that's going through domestic violence, Lord, strengthen their minds. Protect their hearts. Lord, get them out that situation. And one of them, I don't know their name, God, but you do. And you can pray like that. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in your prayer when you think about others. That's what awareness means. We are aware that it's happening. We are aware that there is some type of support, and we are aware enough that we keep them in those individuals that are dealing with that we don't know of. We might not know nobody that's going through these things. Just ask God to do it for somebody that He know is going through it. That's the kind of relationship you should have with God. If you're in that type of person, because some people are not Christians. And so they might have to do their after they do their rakats and do their du'as. When they do their du'as, then they can ask God how they do it. Or, if they use it, they could be to whatever, however you get into your deity's presence. My God. Remember those individuals. Okay? We got to start praying for other people so this world can change. This world is getting worse and worse. It's getting so bad that a person who's criminally charged, same thing Diddy did, same thing R. Kelly did, play with the money with the taxes, raping, trying to get over, lying, all that stuff these black men did. The white man can run for president. Oh my God. The clear person can run for president. And he did the same thing they did. Worse. Not only he robbed, raped all those women. Y'all heard it on when he first started running in 2016. He said, grab them by You put the rest of the words in there. That's what President Trump said. Okay? He can run for president, and we can go to jail. He's so bad at it. He said when he get in office, anybody who didn't vote for him, you're not gonna get no funding in your state. He said that if you riot, he's gonna send the military to get you. So you're gonna be dead on the street. Well, we finna be like Iraq. And to hear, and I think they just saying that to just, because you know they always use us to make something bad. Oh, the black men ain't voting for Kamala Harris. I'm pretty sure the black men are. They vote for Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris look like their sister and their cousin and their auntie and some of their grandmamas. And they know that being that a single mother, they watch their mama keep the bills paid. They watch their mama put food on the table. They watch their mama make sure that they get to college or get to the point of their life and still holding them down. Watch them churn. A black mama is something serious. A real one. I got one. My grandmama wasn't no joke. And when I got it right with my mama, I realized how my mother is. And then I got other women in my life that are mother figures that they don't even play like that. You understand? So Kamala Harris, I want to give her a chance, and I want you too. And if you're not a registered voter, you need to go register and vote. What's the problem? And those, like I told y'all, I have a family member. I love my man. Okay? My man. Okay? I love her. I love my baby. Okay? I love my Nick. Right? And they are all Republican. Okay? They are voting for Trump. Okay? Their whole ticket gonna be Republican. And they have their reasons. But our relationship is so amazing. When Milton came through, we were on the phone. I was on the phone with her. I live not in Florida. She lives in Florida. And guess what? I pray for her. You know what I'm saying? I talked to her and made sure she was okay. I made sure I did the checklist with her. Because when I put the popcorn drive on there, she was the first person to buy. And she didn't buy $1 and the $20. She spent some bread, She was the biggest spender on the fundraiser that says, I'm going to seed where you guys are believing for God for the mandate, right? They have their reasons. And then I hear people say, oh, those checks. Trump didn't want you to have those stimulus checks, y'all. He didn't. He didn't. During COVID, he told us to drink bleach and take horse tranquilizers. All right? I just want you guys to listen to a person who's mad about nothing. You mad? What are you angry for, Trump? I want to ask you that. Any Trump supporter, tell us why he's so angry and why y'all so angry. Y'all are top of the food chain. Even if you in the trailer park, you're on top of the food chain in America. Okay? Y'all make decisions for people's lives that can't make decisions for their own. Y'all got all the money, all the stuff. You got all the privilege. What are you really upset about? Are you upset that what you thought was an animal wasn't an animal? What you thought that the one you stole their culture and gave them yours and taught them to be just like you, that they was going to stay in their place? Did you stay in your place when you was in Europe? Huh? You didn't. You came over here and thrived. And thank you, because some of them Africans probably would have never left Africa if it wasn't for you. We probably wouldn't have the beautiful Caribbean people that we have, the multicultured Caribbeans that we have, the Haitians and the Dominicans and the Trinis and the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, We wouldn't have all those, the Virgin Islands, the Jamaicans. We wouldn't have all of those people, the mix. So all of those different Africans that learn different languages, because that's how it was in Africa. It was different language, different tribes. And you took from that and you mixed with the Taino Indians and the Spaniard and got us a Puerto Rican, or you mixed it with the French and the Indian and got us a Haitian. And because of where the island sat, the Spanish was mixed with the French and got the Dominican. Like, you did that. You didn't stay in your place, so they weren't going to stay in theirs. And you made us just like you. Now we know how to get it. Now there's protections and rights for people that you thought shouldn't have rights. Right? Your daughter get in a situation. I'm talking to clear people. Those who vote for Trump. If your daughter get in a situation, her nasty uncle or her nasty stepdaddy, in a drunken stupor, we're going to make up something. In a drunken stupor, do something inappropriate to your daughter. Okay, your baby girl. She just turned 16. She looked grown because we let her wear makeup. She can wear the little boobie out and all that stuff. Y'all know how y'all let all of us let our daughters, these babies, go out to dinner and a grown man. And she's eager and hot and now she's pregnant. She didn't know she was pregnant until she was 9 weeks. And you're in a Republican state that says after 6 weeks, you got to have that. So her molester and her produce a baby that every time the mother looks at that baby, she might love it because she built it, but she's going to think about that rape. And it was her uncle, her drunk uncle, or her drunk brother. We even had the beautiful young lady that came to the Democratic convention who said it was her stepdaddy since she was 4. Huh? She had to go out of different states to get an abortion and almost died. We got to think about what we're doing with Trump, y'all. We got to. You got Elon Musk up there. What he say about blacks and the Spaniards and the immigrants? Spanish people are voting for Trump, and he said the first day he get in office, he's deporting 1 million. Call them ankle babies. When your mom and daddy came over here and got pregnant and had you, and you're a United States citizen, you're going too in that thing. I thank God the blacks can't go because they'll be trying to get rid of us. They'll probably try to send us back to Africa. But they can't. I thank God for a black president. That's the only reason they can't. But the Spaniards? You don't want an immigrant to come over here and get an opportunity the way you did? That's how we do. And I know that your country went through that slavery process, right? I know you did. But the crab in the bucket mentality don't look good on you. How dare you think that another Spanish person who come from another side of the country and were all running for their lives so that they don't be a sex trade or a mule or in a gang or even killed. Running for their lives, running through jungles, running through these different states, countries, because, in South America, they countries, where we're states. Everything over there, Brazil and all that stuff is different countries. You got to go through all of that and deal with those warfares and those, because each country got a different gang. They got to go through all that. They get to the southern border. They come to the gate. They tell them, I'm running for my life. I got nothing. It's just me. with the bag of clothes, and then there's a process. Now, for those of y'all that's doing y'all thing and sneaking and doing, that's on you. That's on you. Nah, that's on you. That's on you. But the ones that's doing it the right way, do it the right way. Okay? And I do have to say this in support of the immigrants. I don't think that there should be an allotment for them. Nothing should come out of our stuff for them. Because legally, when you go through the process legally, then legally you have an opportunity to get a work permit. And I think maybe like that first month or two that you're here, they give you a little, make sure you got some food, have a facility for that process. So while you're in that first 3 months, you're in their facilities that they allotted, like here. And then you go to court. You don't get to come to the community until you're out, at that, with your work permit. I think everybody that come in here should know English. If you don't learn the language, then how do you say that you're part of the country? That predominantly language is English, even though we don't have a legal language in the United States. Right? You should come over here, you should learn English. Right? That's part of it. Getting your work permits and your visas and your residencies, whatever you have to do. Right? And then they, in those facilities, they provide the things that you need. Get you prepared for working and in the society and the cost of living and teach you all of our ways. And then after 90 days, after you get it, you get into the community. Right? Legally. And you'll be working, you'll have a job, you'll have your own income. You're not waiting on the state. They should give you some type of medicated, get your immunization. But all of that should be done in the facility. You understand? The coverage and stuff. Some of us work all our lives. Our mothers work all their lives. Our grandmothers work all their lives. Our great-grandmothers work all their lives. Our fathers did that. Our grandfathers did that. Our mother, it goes up. So, and they take your money before you get it. Then you hear them say, oh, Social Security. How is Social Security ever going to run out when every check I get, you're taking money out of my check? Every person that works in the United States, the United States take their portion out first. We got to stop taking care of those that don't take care of us. Now, that's the only thing that I agree with Trump with, America first. Now, I do believe in that. You understand? I do believe that. And I do believe that our money should be for our country. All those millions that y'all take care of everybody else in alliance. And I know that's alliance. I know that's protection. I know that's one accord. Take some of that funding too also. Take care of our military and our vets. And let's fix our country. Done with that. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Listen, y'all. And I really want you to just do this. Once you do that, just put all Democratic on every level. Everyone, just pick a Democrat. Just pick one. Make sure everyone is Democrat. If you pick Tim and Kamala, put Democrat so that she can get the job done this time. Let's get this black woman the power and the tools she needs to take care of us. And if she don't do right, we get her out. That's all. Y'all know on Monday, we celebrated what used to be, when I was a kid, Columbus Day. And then we found out that Columbus didn't discover anything because it was already people here. It was already some dark-skinned people here living in this land. This was their land. They just didn't have the government. They just didn't have the jurisdictions that Europe had when they came over here. Right? Oh, we discovered this land. It's ours now. And then they went back, and then we got the Pilgrims. Did we get Pilgrims? Or did we get some of those people from there to come over here to establish their government? Remember when it first started, it was the first 13 colonies. Y'all got to do y'all history. Y'all got to know y'all history and know about this country. They had 13 colonies, 13 states that they colonized, and then that's when they started the government here. Right? Once they started that, slave trade was already in process to come till and get the land right. So they were going to Africa. Once they found that route, they did that with the ships. Right? And so that 13 is when they started their government. So we know Christopher Columbus was a liar, and the people that wrote that in history was lying to us. Now they tell us everything. They give us so much fable, and then they make this fake holiday, and we start believing it. And then that should have been the sign for us when we growed up, when we realized Santa Claus was mom and dad. When we realized that a bunny can't lay no egg. When we realized there's no angel shooting darts so that you could be in a relationship, dating. When we realized a four-leaf clover was a plant. My God. All of it is paganism. And it was a holiday. It was something that was created to distract or to Christopher Columbus, to give honor to something that wasn't true. So they changed it, y'all, and they call it Indigenous Day. And so at the end of this, I'm going to put something I seen. It was so beautiful. I walked out of my door, and it was a guy in his regalia, his Indian regalia, and he had his, dressed like an Indian. He had his little tote thing with the little, it was, I don't know if it was a costume, but he stopped it, and I told him, Happy Indigenous Day, and I recorded it, and he went to sing it. And I said it was just so beautiful to me on a day that we started recognizing the people that really was here. And I want to tell y'all something else I may have just learned, right? That some of us who were a part of the slave trade, right? Some of those Africans were mixing with some of those Native Indians. And so if you have the Native Indian bloodline in you, which is some of our Gullah Geechees, some of our natives. I know Geechee, Gullah Geechee, not Creole. It's another one that they have. Creole. Some of our Creole down in Louisiana. That's when the more clear mixed with the Native Indian here and got your Creole. They look clear, but they have everything else like us. And you could say they got blue eyes, all that, and they talk like us, they cook like us, they eat like us, everything we do, they do. And so that was that mixture. And so some of y'all who got that bloodline, you are a real American because you got it in your bloodline. You got the African and you got the Native Indian Indigenous Day. So happy Indigenous Day to those Indians who are still in their communities and still believe in their culture and still live in those ways, because we do have Indian reserves here. That's what our government did after they took all of America. They put them all in one area. I think it's North and South Dakota, and those have a lot of reserves in different little states for the Indians. And so happy Indigenous Day. And listen, y'all, the month of October is amazing. We got a lot of birthdays this month. Also, y'all, this month is also mental health awareness. And so I'm going to touch on a little bit, y'all, because I know I've been talking this whole time. I just wanted to really get some stuff off my chest, and I just want to get you guys to vote. But also mental health. Y'all, you know what? I know that a lot of people say, well, I'm not going to pay nobody to talk to them. But let me tell you something. When you're going through issues, and you ain't got nobody to talk to, I hope you would talk to God. I hope you would get in your prayer corner and just sit sit in a corner. You know, get in a praise zone. I'm just teaching you how sometimes if you need to talk to God and get something off your chest, how you can do it. You get in your corner, and I'm talking about our Holy One, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Abba, his Father, you know, the one that gave Jesus the power to do all that stuff. Yeah, Holy Ghost, that's the working power. That's the power that show you how to guide, which way to go, teach you stuff, give you discernment. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that activates your gift. You understand? So you get in your corner, you just start saying little sweet stuff about God. You know, oh God, you're so mighty. You're so good. You're so awesome. Oh Lord, we love you so much. God, I thank you. Lord, I wouldn't have made it without you. You use those things. That's how you activate it. Like, because once you start talking those love songs to God, his ears start opening. Oh, who is that? Oh, that's hey, baby. He lend an ear to you, right? When he lends the ear to you, because you're gonna feel it, maybe a little tear drop. Because I know when it activated me, my eyes got a little watery, and so when that watery thing, that's when I tell God, I say, you know, God, I talk to him like I talk to my husband, and I listen, and they say, you know, a lot of stuff, but I'm telling you, he's a good God. I talk to him like I talk to him. Sometimes I even slip. I be talking so fast to him. I might have used a little profanity in talking, you know, to God. But I get it off me and tell him everything. And that's how, you know, I feel relieved. And then he'll tell me what to do. And I thank him after that. I just stay in thanks on him. But if you need a little bit more, okay, and you need somebody that's physical to talk to, just like Adam, God, I'm so lonely. God, he had all the trees, all the birds. He had everything. He was over in the Garden of Eden by himself. And then God said, man shall not be alone. You know? And so that's when he made Eve. So if you need, you know, somebody to talk to your Eve, somebody to relate with. Not nobody got you, because, you know, Eve led her and him to hell. And we're born in iniquity. But we ain't talking about that. We're talking about if you need somebody physically to talk to you, go to a therapist. Go to your doctor's office, find out where a good therapist. If you have your insurance, you get your insurance card. And you call member services and you say, hey, I just want to do some mental health, therapy. We ain't talking about medication. We're just talking about somebody you can just go and teach you how to do different things to process, how to process. And so, do that. I do my mental health. I pray and I do mental health. I do mental health because I'm mental health. Okay. All of us is touched by angels. Okay. I go when I can't talk to nobody. That's when I go to talk about, because I've learned that you can be in a very strong platonic relationship with the individual. And you feel so safe that you share your mindset with them. And sometimes when we mad at people that we know we love, we say stuff about them to somebody that we think we trust. For an example, just say me and AK. Me and AK, we're best friends 6-7 years. I'm AK's boss. I meet AK in the office. We're the only two D's. I'm the office manager. She was a medical assistant. And so she was like my little heart, her big old smile, and my big old smile, and we became like this. And kind of found out she's Aquarius, I'm Aquarius, so it was just so many different connections. Here it is, she would come, what touched me, she started coming to my church, where I was a pastor. She was coming to my church. She gets pregnant with my son's best friend, so, we're really entwined. And I meet everybody meets us. We're like this 6 years. She gets pregnant, have a baby. She has, let's call her Kiki. AK has Kiki. 6 years, I have people that I've been in my life 15, 20 years. And I might come out, this, I got on my nerves. I can't stand her. I do this and this. You know how we do, just to be talking with our emotions steep. And then when AK get mad, she calls that person and say, 3 years ago, Nessa said this about you. So that me and this person can fight because you know you can't handle it, right? You know that you can't handle what's going to come, right? This is why I got a therapist. So when I'm in those moods and I need to vent about my husband and nobody feels away and nobody knows but me and my therapist, and I'm relieved, and then I go home and say, you know what? I told the therapist and she told me to confront you, so please sit down, let's talk. And then we talk. And guess what? Nobody's feelings are hurt. Because we vent to those who we think we could trust. And yeah, I might call so-and-so or wag so-and-so or up the butt, right? But they don't give you, when you call yourself mad at me, to go to that person and say that. Because me and that person, we love each other. That person been in my life 15 years. She done cussed me out. I done cussed her out. And I was venting to you. You understand? And so when you have a therapist, you can vent to your therapist. And nobody gets hurt. And so that's why I said mental health comes in so many different ways. And in so many ways to get different support. Just get to your local clinic, speak with your provider, get you a referral, call your insurance, let them tell you the address in which they pay. So, you know, you just pay your premium and your deductible, and you don't have the cost of that, and you can sit down and have a talk with somebody. Okay, you can enjoy somebody. You know what I'm saying? So listen, guys, for the rest of the month of October, I'm asking you to pray for those whose families deal with cancer, domestic violence victims and abusers. Let's keep those in prayer that has mental health issues and need those supports. And let's continue to celebrate the indigenous people and the culture of. Amen. Yeah. And then one more thing, y'all. Convocation is in 2 days? Oh my God. It is going to be epic. And so I am cordially inviting you to come be my guest at the concert November the 9th. Doors open at 6. There might be some little praying going on up in there, but 7 o'clock, the show is going to roll, and you are really going to enjoy it. You're really going to be, it's going to be celebration. It's going to be worship. It's going to be dancing. We got a reggae rendition. We're going to block in the house of the Lord for Jesus. You hear me? So I'm telling you, and our Pastor Kumar, she practiced yesterday, and we were working on some different little things, and it's going to be so cute because we're going to be up there dancing to her song. And so we're going to encourage everybody then. This is a time of celebration and love and oneness. Amen. Now, during the week, I already told y'all the lineup. November the 7th, Zimmerman will be the preacher. Apostle Zimmerman will be the preacher. And then M.I.T. Wilson will be the worship leader. On Friday, we have Apostle Kersey as the preacher. And for the worship leader would be Elder Robert Vance. And then at High Holy on Saturday, we have to be to church at 12, but the service started at 1:45. We have Shaniqua Goodman will be bringing the word. And then we have Evangelist Conyers would be the worship leader. And then Sunday, at the conclusion, Bishop Anthony Robinson will be the preacher, and then Minister Wilson will be the worship leader. I made a mistake, y'all. November the 7th, the worship leader is Evangelist Smith. And that's Songbird. And I'm telling y'all, dress, if you want to come to the convocation, 6 o'clock, we having a workshop. The women's will be doing their thing. And they want everybody to dress up in your church fashion. And so they want you to do that Thursday and Friday. Saturday, you have to have on your Class A's, your choir gear. And then on Saturday night, Bring what you bring, honey. The worship leaders, the musicians, and all of us who are in the service will have on all black trim with the pinks. So my pink gonna be this pink, y'all know, because I'm celebrating cancer awareness. So I'm gonna have that hot pink on, and that's black girl pink. Y'all know that. So I'll be doing that, and you can wear whatever you want. And then on Sunday, we have to be in Class A's. And so I just really want to encouragingly invite you to Call Vacation. But the concert, I want you there. Especially those who don't. Look, now, sir, I can catch it online, but I'm not. But I'll come to the music. I'll come and dance. I'll come and celebrate. Because when we have that part, those leaders that's going to step into their position, guess what? We're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate what God is doing in their lives and in ours. Y'all, I thank y'all for stopping by Elders Corner. I am Nessa the Holistic. And listen, every week you can meet me right here on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok. And I'm probably going to build us an account on Instagram. And so, oh yeah, and I forgot to tell y'all, we're working on Spotify. So give me some time as we grow, as we process. You're going to see the different changes. And I thank you for your love and your support. Don't forget to hit like, leave me a comment, and you should share this video. Hi, bye-bye. I'm Nessa the Holistic.
Attention, family, neighbors, and friends. Please join the new destiny of Greater Trueborn Fellowship for our Holy Convocation along with Bishop Anthony G. Robinson and our very own Overseer Sandra Stone. From November 7th through the 10th, prepare your hearts and minds for an anointed time of worship, teaching, and fellowship as we gather to seek God's presence and grow in His grace. This year's theme focuses on Pursuing God's Mandate, featuring amazing, captivating, and dynamic speakers. Beginning Thursday, November 7th, we will hear from the incomparable Reverend Dr. Paulette Zimmerman from End Time Ministries Church, Incorporated. On Friday, November 8th, we will hear from a true man of God, Bishop Charles Kersey Jr. from the Greater Truth Holy International Assemblies and Churches, each delighting us with high-octane, heart-wrenching, and soul-stirring sermons. During our Saturday concert on November 9th, we will hear a good word from the anointed apostle Shaniqua Goodman from the Shaniqua Goodman Ministries. Together, let's usher in and experience the amazing My Ministry of Diamond Saunders as we continue to glorify God through music, high praise, song, and fellowship. Lastly, on Sunday, November 10th, our very